Tēnā koutou katoa, malo lele, whakalofa atu, bulavanaka, talofa, kia ora ana. Welcome to day 2 of the Pasifika Youth Cup 2023 down here at Bay Roskill, home of the Bay Roskill Vikings, called Courtney Tairiaho, and joining me in commentary is TJ Ashford. Well, TJ, what a start to day 2. We've already seen a great game between Tonga and also Tokelau. But coming up now in this championship game, we've got Niue, who are the defending champions from last year of this championship pool, up against Fiji, who had a great win yesterday.
Yeah, some talented players in both of these squads lining up, and as you can see, the wind and weather isn't the best of conditions today, and traditionally Fiji type of side that likes to throw the ball around, so in these conditions might be a bit tough for them, but yeah, we saw in the earlier game, the team that held onto the ball the most is probably most likely going to be the team that comes away with the win.
Yes, and speaking of Fiji, we got a taste of their side yesterday. Plenty of good players, a lot, as you spoke about, got that Pasifika flair coming from playing sevens for their nation back home. So it's great to have Fiji part of the tournament.
Yeah, it is, and you know, I was lucky enough to spend some time over in Fiji last year in November around the development space, and did a few coaching clinics with some of the kids, the local schools over there, and also some coaching clinics with some of the coaches around the Nandi area as well. So it was good to be a part of that.
And as you can see, the whānau, they have it turned out to support these sides, so a big ups to them for supporting. As we have a look at the Niue side, yesterday Diesel Falau was very, very good for his side in the fullback position. Also great to have Niue part of this.
Yeah, again, small islands, sometimes they're normally the forgotten one out of the bigger ones, but they've still got some great players coming out of there, and it's good to see them a part of this competition. There's a few tough players, like you said, Diesel Falau, been a part of the system before, outstanding outside back, and also one of their captains as well, Noah Tutu Davis, coming through the ranks. St. Paul's product as well, great young kid. I spent some time coaching him through pre-season last year, so looking for him to take some leadership out there for the boys and guide them around the park.
And as we see our referees entering the field, we give a big thank you to our referees. We have a great calibre of refs, and please remember, it's only pre-season, whānau, pre-season for the refs, pre-season for players, and we take our hats off to them for coming out in these conditions. As we now see the teams enter the field, Fiji got up yesterday. They won their first match against Tokelau 30-14. And Niue, they went down to Tonga Development. It was a very close match actually yesterday, and they lost 14-10. As we see the teams, they will be taking the field. They will be doing their cultural challenges once they get to the field. Both teams will have to line up on their 40-metre lines, and they can't go past that, but it's great to have a connection as to who we are as Pasifika people, and getting, I guess, that cultural pride on display.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most exciting things of watching test matches between the two countries, is seeing them perform their cultural dance, and you know, these guys are very proud to represent their nations, and yeah, this is probably some of the most exciting stuff I get to watch out there today, as well as what they perform in their hakas.
Yeah, it's great to see the pride and the passion as we go to the cultural challenges, the whakawhanaungatanga, that our connection as people of the Pacific are bringing us all together. And the cultural challenges have been laid. The Wero, Niue with their haka takalo, and Fiji with their hymn. As we get ready for the kickoff here, Niue, they won the toss and they will be kicking off running right to left. But I mean, such a great display of the pride of all these teams, their players representing their whānau, their culture, and also their nations.
Yeah, man, I was actually privileged enough to you know, witness firsthand the Fijian hymns over in Fiji. And, man, the passion in what they do it after everything. Lots of cover sessions, and you can just tell they're very passionate, support the Lord, and it was such a great thing to be a part of. So it was good to see it out there. Gave me goosebumps just listening and watching that there.
And we are underway for the second match of today in the championship pool. It is Fiji taking on Niue here at Bay Roskill. Weather conditions, very wet whānau, very windy, but don't let that stop these players who yesterday on day one played with so much passion and pride and put out a great calibre of football as well. As we see Fiji working it up from the kickoff on about their 20-metre line. Two in the tackle to take it down, and we hear the first whistle blown by the refs.
Yeah, early penalty early on there for Fiji, which is going to put them in some good field position if they can capitalise on that. Got some big bodies out there in the middle of the field too, so hopefully they've got some good engines on them, which I know most Fijian players do, and lead this team around the park nicely.
Yeah, they've done well there, Fiji. Looks like they're on about the 40.
I believe, yep.
We're looking at the blue lines, whānau, for those of you at home. Lucky enough to be bringing you all these games live on Sky Sports, so thank you for tuning in on this wet day. If you've managed to stay at home, we've got plenty more footy action for you for the day. As Fiji run it up, and they're only 10 metres out as they have to take it back. Now, great work there by Fiji. And Niue trying to take them over the sideline as they attack on the line, and you just see the ball come a little bit loose, but it is scooped up by Fiji. Ball security going to be ever important in these matches under these conditions.
Yeah, most definitely, especially down here on good ball as well. You tend to like to shift the ball around a little bit. You can see Fiji, although they had an early drop ball there, they've been decent into contact and their passing skills at the moment, so look for them to play some expansive footy today.
What I've really enjoyed about the tournament so far is exactly that, the courage of these players, the Pasifika flair. Oh, it looks like it was a forward pass ruled by the ref, but it looks great from where we are, TJ.
Yeah, great option there, number 9 jumping out from acting half and saw some open space. Good timing, just unfortunately couldn't execute that final play. Good call by the on-field official, Joey Green, supported by his touch judges as well.
So Niue with their first handling of the ball, trying to work it out from their goal line. Their first chance on attack. And as you said, some big bodies out there. Great to see, just running it straight up the middle, taking on the Fiji defence.
Yeah, Joey Upoko there, product of the Maris Saints club here in Auckland. Been in some representative footy lately as well. Played in the under-16s Auckland side. They played against the New Zealand 16s late part of last year.
And he was great for this side yesterday, so exciting to see what he can put out for day 2 for his nation, as we see him with his second hit up of the set, and taking at least 2 defenders to take him down each time. 5th and last, so they go for the kick. Great chase there by Niue, but Fiji just straight into the breadbasket. And it's a bit of an arm wrestle now as we're just into 4 minutes of this match.
Yeah, watching the first game earlier on as well, the team running from left to right has the wind advantage as well. So Tonga Development picked up on that after their first half and kicked early in their second, and they saw it paid dividends as well, turning the big forward pack around. So let's see if Fiji take the same tact in the second game.
Great defence there by Niue. Just driving Fiji back as we see a scoop from dummy half, and that's been quite a feature of the competition so far. Refs allowing the quick play the ball, and markers, if they're not quite set, the dummies, they're looking to just scoot out a dummy half. Yeah,
that's one thing I suppose, it's in particular in age grade as well. The wrestle technique isn't quite there at the moment, so it does allow some quicker play the balls, and being in these conditions as well, a little bit looser around the contact as well. So we see a nice take there from Falau, wearing his traditional headgear that he's been in the last couple of years. I've been watching him. Great play. He's only just come back from a serious jaw injury as well, after receiving that in the National Youth Tournament end of last year.
And Fiji, they are celebrating 20 years of New Zealand Fiji Rugby League, as we see a loose ball there. And 2 in the tackle, looks like a strip, so Niue will get the penalty. But as I was saying, Fiji celebrate 20 years of New Zealand Fiji Rugby League. They are wearing their new commemorative jerseys today, so a very special moment for them, and amazing 20 years.
Yeah, it's an outstanding achievement from Fiji. New Zealand, Sitivini Hatch, their coach, has been working alongside them the last few years as well. And I was actually privileged enough to be over in Fiji when they had their 30-year anniversary over there for them as well. So that was outstanding, and good achievements for such a small country as well.
And as we spoke about markers just earlier, there were no markers there, so a good scoop from dummy half, getting to a great field position as they attack Fiji from 20 metres out. And you can see the rain coming down there, Whānau. Still great quality of football, though, that these players are putting out, as we see a great drive there, pumping the legs, goes close, and it looks like it could be a first try.
Yeah, that's their captain and lock forward, Noah Hitatu Davis there. A strong carry from Noah. Looks to have picked up something in the eye there.
Don't worry, plenty of rain will wash that out straight away.
Good start from Niue as well. It's their first attacking set and good ball opportunity. So you see some weak defence up there on first contact. Allowed Noah just to move away from the defender there. He's burrowed in low, close to the try line as well. I do have to say, though, it's a bit confusing with the blue and white lines, especially for players traditionally defending on a white line. You look for that when you defend. So the boys have to adjust to it. They're not going to be changing colours over the next couple of days anyway. But great try there for Niue. Got their first 4-pointer on the board.
Yeah, and great work there by their captain. And he shrugged off, or he beat about 5 defenders. When he was going low to the line, there was still about 4 around him, and he already shrugged one off earlier. So it's great to see just the work. And I think we saw it yesterday and probably in today's match too. Players, they're not afraid to attack that try line. They see it and they back themselves, which I like about this younger age group.
You'll probably see a little bit more of that in today's conditions as well. A few bodies close to the line, burrowing in low. But again, good start from Niue.
We see a conversion from Diesel Falau to make it 6-0 on the scoreboard. And we'll have another look at this effort here from Niue as they attack close to the line. 4 there, and he just backs himself and goes all the way for a try.
He's a tough new young kid as well as Noah. I spent a bit of time with him at club level last year. Come down to pre-season with the senior men's team that I was coaching, and you know, he got a lot of respect from those men out there as well with the way he trains. So look for him to have a big career as his years move forward.
And that's important for younger players, isn't it? To get to play around older players, see how they do things, to see the development pathways, but to just learn off them and take it in as a sponge.
Yeah, especially a lot of those boys have got experience as well, so a lot of them have been around the traps, as we see another good run from Niue. But it's good to rub shoulders with them as well, and brings you back to a little bit of culture within the club as well. So it's good to have him down there, and he's an outstanding performer at pre-season as well, so it's good to see him.
As we see a strong run there from number 11, Moorcraft Kose, and he's gained great yards for his side, just rucking it up the field. And then unfortunately ball security going to be ever important with this weather. You can see the rain coming down. And they went forward up the middle, and it's almost like they did earn the right to start shifting it out to the right. But as you can see, Whānau, with that rain, you've got to cherish when you have possession of the ball.
Yeah, that's important as well, and you've got to understand your opposition. I understand that a lot of these boys for Fiji have come from a rugby background as well, so their defensive technique around the ruck and rugby is a little bit slightly different to rugby league, where they release quite early. So it's a good opportunity for Niue to exploit that a little bit, as probably the defensive structures aren't that good at the moment for the boys until they get used to it. So we'll see a nice little break here for Fiji.
Yeah, great run down their right edge for Fiji, and then their player number 4, Sloan, just able to get an offload out to his winger, but they bring it back infield.
Compressed defence here from Niue. Let's see if Fiji can attack that left side like they did earlier on in the contest. There's only 2 defenders there covering close to 25, 30 metres of space. They've adjusted now.
It's like they heard you, TJ.
Great footwork.
Oh, great work there by the centre, Sloan. We saw him feature earlier in this set. He was able just to use his footwork to evade defenders, even a bit of a fend, but unfortunately, as we said, ball security and losing the ball.
Yeah, it looked like he tried to get away a flick pass there in the end. That's probably what happened. But, yeah, he's already had 2 nice touches there, and he looks like a smart mover with the ball. Tough carry, got some good bumpers into contact there. Probably just needed to find his fronts there, though, and play off the back of some good momentum.
And Niue, well, they've been in this position before, as we see a line break there from Upoko. We spoke about him earlier. He's been great for his side so far in this competition. And it's runs like that lift your team, doesn't it? That energy, and you can just see everyone putting their hands up saying, I want the ball, let me have a go.
Yeah, it puts a lot of pressure on your defensive side as well. You're always on the back foot, and you saw there, you're trying to win back advantage there and slow down the ruck, and they've just given away another penalty there, trying to hold down too long. So if I was Niue, I'd be looking at speeding it up here. Just keep the foot on the throat. See a nice little break there by Joey. Smart play there, just taking the contact and getting to play the ball there as well. Earned himself his team a penalty.
And Niue electing to take the tap as they drive it forward on attack. They've got a repeat set here after the penalty, and they're going to send it out to their right edge, but just look like they're just squaring it back up. As you said, TJ, being smart, going to ground when they need to. Oh, and another great run there by Niue as they go close. Fiji, I'm not sure if they got a hand on the ball there. But Niue still, they're leading this match 6-0 over Fiji. Just under 18 minutes left, but we're just seeing some great runs, some great hit-ups from Niue. Yeah,
it was a nice little corners play is what they call that play there as well. And that number 16's just come onto the field there, Samupo. He's already made an impact with 2 strong runs as well, so look for him to take some more tough carries.
And it looks like 6 again as Niue take it from 10 metres out. They go for a kick early, and they've got possession once again. And communication ever important in these matches, especially with these young sides. And telling each other, be smart, go to ground on. You see a loose ball there.
Yeah, Niue had some shape down that short side as well, so I'm not sure what the acting half was doing in that situation. But, you know, we saw as well in the earlier game, the team that had back-to-back field position, especially attacking the try line, came away with a few points, especially in that second half. So look for Niue to probably settle it down a little bit more, keep building the pressure. But I'm also liking the look of the attacking flair of Fiji as well. I still think they've got something. They're just lacking a few details, especially on defence at the moment.
Well, and we'll get a look at it here as Fiji have the ball. They've got possession, working it out from a scrum. And you're right, they really like this right edge. And they've kicked it early, Fiji, along the ground. Oh, and great chase there from Fiji. A loose ball scooped up by Fiji. Oh, no. And a look for a flick pass out the back. It was probably a try gone begging. But as we said, it's very slippery conditions. But you spoke about it, TJ, that, you know, they are dangerous on attack. It's just being able to complete it, isn't it?
Yeah, oh, man, I've seen this firsthand with Fiji as well, man. They just love chancing their arm, and I'm not sure if it is going to play advantage there, whether or not that was a knock-on. They get a repeat set, but this right edge for Fiji, they definitely look like they've got some talent out there. Look for them to continue going down that side as the game wears on.
Oh, and it's not sure what's happened there.
Yeah, loose carry into contact, I believe. So knock on coming out of yardage. So a repeat set here for Fiji.
Oh, and look, we get another look at the replay. They're just carrying it up. Yeah, one-on-one. It's able to get the ball loose and earn the right for Fiji to have possession and attack this line.
Look for number 4, Sloan, to get his hands on the ball in this set here as well.
Fiji with the ball 20 metres out as they just drive the ball and hit it up. They're looking to the left edge. In a way, they did well there after an offload to just wrap the ball up. And they look all bunched together here, Fiji.
Yeah, Niue looked tight defensively too, as we see a nice strong run here. They should have some space here on the right edge as Fiji have gone back open side.
Oh, and you can hear the fans. Fiji, they're close. 5th and last, probably a metre or 2 out as they attack Niue's line. And it's, oh wow, it's a chip over the top. Might have been a little bit too much, can't quite see with a bit of a river there on the...
Yeah, half of that try line's underwater, unfortunately, but a great defensive set from Niue. They scrambled quite well. Oh, he's knocked it on. Good call by the officials. Always quick to point out flaws, but never quick to point out all the good stuff they do. So well done to the officials on a good call there.
Yeah, and the kick, it probably just had a little bit too much, but I like that they changed it up and they went for the kick. And it was a great chase by Fiji, but unfortunately it was just weighted a bit too heavy over the end goal.
Yeah, they got a bit of space there, Fiji, as well. Like the Niue defensive team's quite tight defensively. They're very compressed. As we see a nice, strong contact there from the winger of Fiji.
Booker, good work there in at marker and just straight on to defence. As we see Niue just kicking it out of their own half. Fiji allowing it to roll and go over the sideline. And still a tight, close contest, 6-0 to Niue. Just under 13 minutes left in this first half. They are 30-minute halves, 30 minutes each way. And it is 4 days of competition in this Pasifika Youth Cup. Day 1 was yesterday, day 2 today. And Sunday we will see finals as Fiji look to attack. And good work by the Niue defence, just driving Fiji back.
Yeah, that's the number 4, Sloan, as well. Got some tough carries, but it looks like he's lost it there. Loose carry in possession, but he's definitely got some skill. Here's the number 4, Sloan. very strong carrier of the footy.
Yeah, and I like that he puts his hand up, likes to get his hands on the ball, but in these conditions, probably as a coach would say, you got to be smart. Two hands on the ball, ball security.
Yeah, exactly right. But again, I suppose, especially for the Fijian side, we all know that they like to play with flair. It's hard to sometimes curb some stuff that they do that does well, that works well for them. So I know it's high risk, high reward in some cases, but you know, you got to find a medium between the two, where maybe coming out of yardage to secure it a little bit more, and then have it play with a bit more flair as you get over the 40 or the 50 metre line. But they've now been put under pressure here, defending their own try line again.
That's it, as we see Niue drive it up, and they've had some great hit up, some great work by their forwards and second row in this first half of this match, willing to do the work for their team. And Niue just looking to come left. But good defense by Fiji, as they're really being tested here. Slippery conditions, fifth and last. Oh, in the dummy half, he saw it, but unfortunately, he was unable to get his hands, secure his hands on the ball. He went to scoot from dummy half.
It looks like the marker went one way, so it looks like the decision was right to peel out to the short side there, but again, just couldn't execute the final play. Fiji looking tired here, a few bodies walking around behind the ball.
And that's it. It's going to be team management. It's going to be all important across these next couple of days as bodies get tired. We see another loose ball, another unforced error. As bodies and teams start to get tired, coaches, team management going to have to look after their players to make sure that they can get through these next 4 days as the errors start to creep into this match.
Yeah, big play by Upoko there coming out of the line. Probably not the best contact there, but he managed to whack the ball and make it come loose, which gives this team another attacking opportunity. Big defensive set as well. I mentioned earlier, Fiji looked a little bit tired bringing the ball out of yardage on that previous set, and with another defensive set here, it just only applies a bit more pressure in that aspect. So let's see if they can defend up.
That's it. It's a test of your team and character, isn't it, when you have to defend, especially close to your line, back to back to back. So let's see what Fiji can do on defense. And they're able to turn the ball over, and they'll be happy with that one. And they'll just be wanting to secure the ball, maintain possession, work the ball out of their own end, complete their sets. As we see a great run there by, it looks like their number 16, Aria. Good work by the Niue defense. I like their line speed. They're all coming up together then as Fiji elect to go to the kick. And it's a big kick downfield, and it will find touch. 40-20.
Let's see what the officials called it. Yeah, Joey Green's in position. Well done. Outstanding. It was a poor pass from acting half there, but a great kick. And this is something that we saw in the earlier game with the Tonga development side in the second half, kicking earlier in the tackle count. There was a 40-20 there and another one here on display as well. So it looks like that strong breeze has paid dividends, and that's a big momentum shift with that one play there as well. So hopefully Fiji can get themselves on the board here with this attacking set.
Yeah, probably a huge sigh of relief for Fiji, getting a repeat set down this end on attack, getting to play down this end of the field with just over 8 minutes left in the first half. They're only down 6-0 on the scoreboard, so they'll be wanting to continue this momentum, and you can see it there close to the line. Great work by Kama, and he is able to secure a try for his Fiji side. You can hear the fans that have braved the weather come out and support. You can hear them cheering, and this is a great lift as we edge closer to halftime.
Yeah, it is. It was a nice little play there as we see the kick. I didn't know the number on that one, but we'll get that to you shortly. Lack of energy or urgency there at the back there from that outside back, and Fiji hot on attack there. They just showed a lot of energy around the ball, and Kama with a tough carry here. just arm grabbing there and found some space and dots down for Fiji's first 4-pointer of today.
Yeah, great work there by Fiji. That momentum, as we said, that momentum shift off the 40-20. And that's something that you want, especially heading close to halftime with the kick to come. And the wind is strong, whānau, from left to right, and it just goes straight over to level everything up. 6-all here between Fiji Niue in this first half of the Pasifika Youth Cup, the championship pool. And we get another look at the try, TJ.
Yeah, nice play. They're just a little bit thin there defensively, and Marcus probably didn't apply pressure from the inside there, which allowed, it was a number 9 there that got that kick away. Tavita Kama, outstanding vision, great execution as well. Look for him to make that play again as the game goes on. It was 6 minutes to play in this first half.
That's it, and you can see the rain. It is coming down heavily. And we take our hats off to these players, but also their whānau and friends who are brave the weather to come out, support them. And a great take there off the kickoff by Fiji. In a way, trying to drag them close to the sideline, but unable to. Something that teams will have to think about as well under these slippery conditions, as we hear the ref.
Yeah, sounded like a penalty there. Yep, I think he's got it for high contact. So a big attacking set and defensive set for both sides here as we come down to the final 5 minutes of this first half. And you can just see there that one little play of that 40-20 just shifted momentum a little bit. The previous set to that, Fiji were on their haunches there, a little bit tired, and that one little play there has just given them an instant energy boost. So a big opportunity for Fiji here to extend their points.
Oh, no, great hit up there from Fiji. You can feel the momentum, and it, unfortunately, lost the ball. But it was great energy and a great hit up. But, I mean, we keep saying it, but if you can see the rain, he's bumped one off. And then there's 3 in the tackle. Possibly looked like an offload even.
Yeah.
Tried an offload.
Awhime Monga there with a tough carry. But again, in these conditions, sometimes we try and fight for a little bit of momentum, where he just probably needed to find his front there. It was a good carry. Find your front, get a quick play of the ball, and allow the likes of Malakai Kama to play off the back of that. As we see the rain bucket down even more now. Strong run by the number 11, Moorcroft Corset.
And Poko again, not afraid to put his hand up and just hit the ball up for his team, do the hard work. Oh, and unfortunate. Oh, a drop ball there from Niue, and it's going to be a feature of this match under these conditions with just over 4 minutes left to play.
Yeah, just guilty of taking his eye off the ball there. Again, just missing the full detail. Catch first, then play from the back of that. But good defensive pressure there by Fiji. They've actually looked sharp. I know the scores are 6-all at the moment, but they've definitely got some potential there attacking with the ball. So we see another back-to-back error for Fiji, but if they can string together some higher completion rate, they'll definitely be putting a few more points on in the back end of this game.
And no doubt that's a message that the coaches will be saying at half-time, all about completing sets, the ability to apply pressure. We saw when Fiji were able to do that they were able to get on the scoreboard. And on the flip side of that, we saw when they were under pressure and back-to-back defense, the toll that it can take on these players.
Yeah, and I suppose with the conditions as well, Fiji, the wind playing in their part in this first half, probably a 6 to 10 point advantage that they should have used on that as well. With a few more earlier kicks, but just failed to complete a few more times with the ball. But Niue, final 3 minutes of this first half. They're in a good position here to try and extend the points on the board. Look for their captain and middle forward, Noah Hututu Davis, to get his hands on the ball on the set if he can. Another error.
And that's it, TJ, another error as we see a change in possession. Niue, they were looking to set themselves up in that set, but Fiji are able to turn possession over as they just head towards the middle of the field. They're about 40 metres off their own try line, looking to work it out.
Late flop.
A late flop, you heard it there from TJ, another penalty. And it's what Fiji can do with this now, TJ.
Yeah, I was actually going to say before that penalty took place, I was expecting a little bit of flair to come out in the final 2 minutes as well. That's one thing that's great about this Fijian side is they do have they're just naturally gifted, naturally talented players. But again, they've got some space on the edges to see if they can identify that and get the ball in the hands of the right people as we see another error. Story of today so far.
It is, and it's just... Yeah, took his eye off the ball, unfortunately. Like a Nivalu in at the dummy half position. Yeah, and it's probably about doing the basics, right?
I was just about to say that. That was an unforced error as well, so those are a little bit harder to cop. Again, you just probably got to tidy up the 1%ers of the game, especially in these conditions. So you catch, you pass, and in this situation, obviously, the pick-up as well from dummy half.
Right, Niue with the ball. A minute left to play in this first half of the championship pool. What can they do with it? We've seen both, probably the last 2 or 3 sets that these teams have had possession. They've turned it over. So I guess it comes down to what they can do in these last 45 seconds. And as you said earlier, TJ, that Pasifika flare is probably the time that it can come out. Oh, but look for an offload there. But unfortunately lost the ball, and Fiji 30 seconds left to play.
Yeah, it's probably not the time to be giving Fiji the ball either, as you see them throwing the ball around already. Another great carry there. Number 15, he's been tough since coming onto the field. As Afi Memonga, to see an early kick. Turned over, it's hard to see here in the box. But Fiji with the final play of the half.
As you hear the halftime hooter go, players on their haunches, it's halftime. And it's 6-all between Niue and Fiji of the Pasifika Youth Cup in the championship pool. No mai hoki mai to the Pasifika Youth Cup here at Bay Roskilde, home of the Vikings. It's halftime in our match of day 2, match 2, and it is Niue 6, Fiji 6. A very close arm wrestle, and it was Niue who opened up the scoreboard with this great effort here from their number 13 and captain Noah Hatutu Davis.
Yeah, it was a great try from Noah, and again, that's one of his strengths of his rugby league career is as a carry, and he just proved too tough there, and he burrowed down low close to the line and put the first points on the board for Niue.
Yeah, a great charging run there. Just decided to put his hand up and do it for his side, leading from the front, but it's been impressive and has been a real fixture of this Niue side, is just their forwards willing to take the ball up and have some very, very strong runs. As it is half-time here, the rain is coming down whānau, 6-all between Niue and Fiji. No mai hoki mai to the Pasifika Youth Cup. It is half-time for our second match of the day between Niue and Fiji, 6-all. And it's been a real battle out there on the field, a battle of possession and ball security, ever important under these conditions. But nonetheless, we've seen some great football being played by these young players. They are under 18, and it's just a great next 3 days. We've already had day 1 yesterday, but it's a great competition to bring all our Pasifika people together, TJ.
Yeah, great weekend to showcase all of our Pacific nations here playing rugby league in Aotearoa, so it's good to have them down here at Bay Roskilde Reserve. And again, 6-all at half-time, story of the first game as well. with one team extending their lead in the second half. So let's see if one of these teams can get in front as we're down to our final 30 minutes of the game.
And it's Fiji with the kickoff. They are running right to left on the screen. And the jerseys that they are wearing celebrating 20 years of New Zealand Fiji Rugby League. And it is their new commemorative jerseys, and 20 years, an amazing accomplishment as we see Niue just some more charging runs from their big boys, and they've been great so far, haven't they?
Yeah, they've had a couple, as we see, a good run there, ending up in a penalty for Niue. So there's been two players standing out in the middle part of the field, and that's Joey Upoko and also Niue's captain, Niue Davis. They've been outstanding, and they've just changed momentum as well, just with those first couple of carries. So let's see if Niue can capitalise on this opportunity and extend their points in the second half.
And a real battle of possession, TJ, and the messages you think the coaches, or if you're out there, the messages you'd be giving to these teams.
Yeah, definitely ball control's one, and the main thing around it is just some of them have been unforced areas getting up to play the ball. So as you see, Niue hot on attack, but definitely completion. I think if they can build a bit of pressure, so you see a Paul play the ball there. So those are the things that I'm talking about, so the unforced areas. So that's something that they control, which is to play the ball speed. I'd probably sacrifice a little bit of time there getting up just to make sure that we can cleanly execute there. But the team that can hold on to the ball, apply a bit of pressure with a few back-to-back sets will more than likely come away with the win in this game.
Yeah, Fiji to feed the scrum. What I like about these teams, though, is their resilience. You've seen a lot of turnover in possession, and that can sometimes deflate a team, but we saw it in the back end of the first half. Fiji, they were defending repeat sets on their line, but they were able to just swiftly change momentum. You can see it here. Oh, it looks like another drop ball. And you can see Niue, they're excited. They're saying, come on, let's go. Let's make something of this.
Yeah, even still, you know, like even the Fiji side, obviously completion something that they need to look at, but they saw an opportunity and they try to take advantage of it, and if it came off, they probably go up the other end and could potentially score. So it's a double-edged sword for the side there. And look, Niue, they've got a good bit of possession now. Let's see if they can correct what they did wrong in the previous set and try and extend their lead.
Yeah, you can see Whānau and friends have braved the weather, and a big thank you to them for coming out to support. And if you're in the area, you want to brave the weather too, as we see Niue. Oh, and it is their captain, Hetutu Davis. He just said, give it to me, and I'm going to head left and head towards that try line.
Yeah, great eyes up play there by Hetutu Davis, and again getting his double for today. I know he's wearing the number 13 on his back here at the moment, but he's also played multiple positions, especially for club and school as well. So it's good eyes up play. Fiji failed to put a defender on the short side there, and just proved too strong in the end there, breaking free of that tackle. And it's a fair few Niuean supporters down there in the corner cheering them on as well.
That's it, diving and sliding into an absolute river in the end goal. But just the game smarts and the game awareness. He was at the back of the scrum, but like you said, he identified that Fiji didn't have any defenders and just said, hey, I'm going to do this, and he backed himself.
Yeah, that could be the downfall as well, with a lot of the Fijian players coming from the rugby background, not having enough time just to work on the execution of around the rugby league side of it. Although very similar games, they're also so far apart in what we do defensive structure-wise. So, again, hopefully they can pick up on that and execute a little bit better defensively next time. And, again, come down to another back-to-back era from Fiji, and Niue capitalised.
That they did, as we see. I believe it is. Oh, no, it's not Diesel Falau. We've got a new kicker and very strong wind behind him as well. But I was saying earlier, there's our food stalls here, Whānau, so if you're in the area, feel free to come on down, brave the weather. Plenty of yummy kai, some great footy to watch. Great to see the Whānau and friends out supporting as we see the kick for conversion from Niue, and it is successful. You can hear the cheers. Great work from Niue.
Reese Manu, I believe, number 7. Outstanding. That's probably why Diesel wasn't kicking. So brought his kicking boots today, did Reese.
Yeah, great work. A kick all the way from the sideline to put his team up 12-6 over Fiji. Fiji with the kickoff. 25 minutes left to play in this match. It is the second half. 30-minute matches. And good energy from Fiji there off the kickoff. Chasing strong, and they'll want to try to keep Niue down here. Not allow them to get too much momentum, but I mean, we've said it before and we'll say it again, their captain willing to just put in the hard work for his team, Hitutu Davis.
Yeah, another penalty there. That's a great captain's knock as well. And again, Fiji just failing to capitalise on a bit of field position down here. Just giving away an easy penalty here. Yeah, tackler needed to release. Could have gone both ways as well. Noah, most players with the ball, they need to get up before they put the ball on the ground and play it. So could have gone easily both ways there. As we see, touch finder failed. And Fiji now in great field position.
Well, that's it, Fiji. They've come up with the ball. Niue failing to find touch. So they're on attack for the first time in this second half. Fiji. And they've got that flair. We've seen it early. And unfortunately, looks like an injury to one of the Fijian players.
Yeah, hopefully nothing too serious there. And I just want to mention as well, if Fiji can execute with the ball in hand, Niue's defensive line is very compressed there. They've got about 15 to 20 metres on either side of the field there, so their tempting fate is Niue. But if Fiji can hold the ball in hand and get to the outsides, and especially we saw as well Sloan, number 4, he's got some talent with ball in hand, so fingers crossed he can get a bit more early touches and try and extend his team's position on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and as we speak about Fiji giving away that penalty, but I like the passion and the energy that number 11 Liam Boyd showed. And as you said, it could have gone either way, but especially with the refs allowing the quick play the balls, you know, when you're on defence, just better to be smarter and try not to give away any penalties, as we see Fiji just coming together as one of their players is injured, as you said, TJ. Hopefully nothing serious, but under these conditions, when it is wet, it is cold, you know, body management is going to be very, very important.
Yeah, especially most of these boys will be playing 4 or 5 games over the course of the week. So we see he's just landed awkwardly there with a body underneath. Potentially a sprain, hopefully nothing more serious than that. Definitely looks like he's in pain though. So, but yeah, after watching the first couple of games as well, obviously conditions are playing a part in the type of footy that we've got at the moment. But again, the team that's completing at a higher rate is winning the contest at the moment on the scoreboard.
And this is the championship pool. It is our second match of the day coming up. After this one, it will be our premiership pool, and we have got Tonga up against Samoa. And that's going to be an exciting one. Both of them winning their first matches yesterday. And it's also, I guess, while we have the time to talk about the rise of, not in my eyes, but I guess these lower tiered nations, but on the main stage, and showing these players that there is a pathway for them with Mate Matonga and Toa Samoa, the success of Toa Samoa at the recent Rugby League World Cup. Yeah,
and I know, you know, the Tongan team probably didn't go as far as what they would want it to in the World Cup, but that's a success story, man. So the islands, they're not big in size, but very big in heart, especially those two nations there. They're coming leaps and bounds over the last few years as well. And definitely not in my eyes. I don't see them as tier 2 nations anymore. And Fiji also on a higher level as well. Their representative sides have been doing outstanding. They knocked off the Kiwis a few years ago as well. You know, so they've got definitely talent coming through, and having a pathway like the Pacific Youth Tournament here today is just a great vessel for these boys to showcase their skills to hopefully move to higher honours moving forward. And also great to see, I guess, superstars of our game electing to play for their nations instead of, I guess, the traditional Australia and the origin matches that they could be part of, but they're electing to go back and play for their nations, which I think has seen a huge growth
in these nations and in their in rugby league.
Well, that just strengthens our game, you know, having more players playing at a higher level is outstanding, and you know those experienced players can then go back to their home nations, as we see an era there at the play the ball, again another unforced one, but yeah, just having those experienced players go back to their home nations allows them to share their experiences and their knowledge, which can only help to grow the game in all those countries.
Yeah, and even seeing past players who aren't playing anymore but being part of team management and helping in the coaching of these sides. So it's great to have that knowledge still in our wonderful game of rugby league. It's just over 23 minutes left of this second half of our championship pool, the second match of the day, Niue, Fiji. It is 12-6, Niue ahead on the scoreboard as we see a great run there from the halfback in Reese Manu. But again, smart to just go to ground.
Yeah, he had the pass there as well, but probably not the conventional pass to get the ball away safely. So right decision in the end there, and he's put his team in good field position here.
Oh, in good hands there from Upoko just to pull it in. It was probably a bit low, but did the work to pull the ball in and just to do the hard yards, take it up for his team. As we see Niue, they're going out to the left edge, and unfortunately a drop ball, and Fiji will gain possession.
Yep, another unforced error there by the boys, and it just seems like they're going away from what's working well for them. You know, Niue's been quite good around the middle of the field, carting the ball up, and I thought they had a few more carries there that they could have done and open up that defensive line a little bit more, and missed opportunity from Niue. But Fiji got the ball back now. Let's see what they can do with it.
Yeah, and we spoke about Fiji earlier. They are so exciting on attack, especially with a lot of their players with a rugby background as they look to shift it early. And they're going to their left edge. Ever exciting on attack is Fiji. Nice inside ball. But the Niue defense just trying to keep them down their own half. Oh, and a great run there from their centre, Josepha Hennings. Great work from Fiji. As we said, they've got that attacking flair, a bit slow to get up to play the ball, but his team, they're calling for it. Oh, and a bump off there from their number 8 in field.
They're just missing that extra pass there on attack, especially down here. Like I mentioned earlier, Niue are very tight defensively. So if they can get that extra pass there, maybe they just need to get a little bit deeper, as we see Gama with a nice run back on towards the middle of the ruck.
And there's a fifth and last for Fiji, looking to make something of this set, even if it's to get a repeat set, but a possible try. Niue couldn't pull it in. And we're just waiting to see. It is a try to Fiji. You can see the excitement from their players with just over 20 left to play. And they've scored a try off the kick, Niue, and the ball would be very slippery, unable to pull it in. But it all started from here, didn't it, TJ?
Yeah, it was a nice little play there by the number 3 Hennings, getting a great offload there after the break, and it just showed the benefits of getting through a full attacking set as well. It's the first time they've done that in a while. We see the fullback there, Senipulu, putting in the kick, and missed opportunity there, but picked up there, played to the whistle. Was the number 12, Ravasai. And again, nice little dab over the top here by the fullback, Senipulu. Delicate touch. Failed to pick that ball up there. Great grounding too.
Great grounding, 2 hands on the ball. And also a great chase there by Fiji. They had about 3 or 4 players chasing that one and were able to capitalise from which started from a great drive down the sidelines in Hennings, as we see the conversion about to take place. From their fullback, Senibulu.
Yeah, tough kick in these conditions, obviously, and going up against the wind as well. They are very windy out there at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. So, but look, again, they've got through the attacking set there. They've done well to get 4 points on the board. So we see a nice run here by Hennings as well. They've definitely got some opportunities out on the edges, Fiji. Niue defending the conditions like they should, being in nice and tight around the ruck.
And just a great chip over, possibly touched by both players there. But remember, Whānau, no video refs in this one, and it is pre-season for our refs as well as our players, as we see another strong run there from Elijah Field, the number 8 for Fiji, just lifting the energy of his side. See the passion that he had from that hit up, and a quick play the ball, no markers for Niue, and Fiji making the most of that. A scoop from dummy half, but you can feel the energy and the momentum with Fiji now.
Yeah, if they can complete possession here, put themselves in a good position to execute down the other end of the field. Niue just looking a little bit tired now after that try being scored. A bit flat on that play there, but they're getting through their set quite nicely. So if they can get to their kick here, great run.
Oh, a scoop from dummy half from their number 9 to Vita Kama. Oh, just unable to take him down. Niue elects to do a little chip. Great skill, like you said, TJ. So exciting. Kick to the post, almost regathered by his team for a try, but Niue were able to just secure the ball and come up with it.
Yeah, Kama, outstanding run from acting half, and he's been threatening that the last couple of times that he's had the ball, so hopefully he can get his hands on the ball a little bit more and keep running out of acting half, creating opportunities for this Fijian side. And
great work there from Fiji. Like we said, the energy and momentum is with them as they try to keep Niue down this end, and they are doing it so far, and you can hear the cheers on the sideline, Whānau, and they're forced Niue to kick from just over 10 metres out. And their fullback gaining the ball just over the halfway line. Senibulu looking to bring it back. And Fiji, you can just feel their team is almost revitalised with just over 16 minutes to play. And it's almost like they understand the importance of repeat sets, ball security, and playing down this end of the field.
Yeah, well, you can see what 2 completed sets has done to them already. Not only has it given them more energy, but it's put a lot of pressure on the opposition, and Niue trying to defend their own try line. So if they can build a little bit more pressure, get to the back end of the set, as we see a potential drop ball there not picked up, but that's okay. Play on, play to the whistle. There's some open space here.
Oh,
we
great
see hands down the sideline.
Oh, and we saw that flare from Fiji. A great cutout ball to the centre in Josepha Hennings, but it all started from here. A great hit up from Elijah Field just to energise his team. And then it was this one from Kama. Niue unable to take him down, and just great skill and individual brilliance.
It's about 6 people he got away from there on that tough run. So you see Elijah Few only just come on the field, but already made an instant impact.
And a cutout ball here to the centre in Josepha Hennings, but unable to stay in the field of play.
Yeah, outstanding cover defence there from the Niue and outside back. Look for their OBs now to get involved here, get some tough carries. Middle forwards for Niue have done a lot of work defensively lately, so they need some tough carries here.
Well, that's it, and they just need a swing in momentum, Niue. They've been defending down their end of the field as it goes to Upoko. A strong run, and that's exactly what they need to ignite their team on attack.
Yeah, great play the ball by Joey Upoko there as well, catching the marker offside. That's exactly what they needed there to change the energy mindset for this Niuean side. Fiji have done really well to work themselves back into the contest now. They need to regroup. Get one good defensive set here and try and turn the ball over with their defense.
And it's been the great work of the big bodies up the middle, I feel, just doing the hard yards for their teams, just driving strong drives up the middle.
Yeah, that's one thing that I noticed working in the development space, especially with these young boys coming through. They like to play block shape to block shape a lot of the time, where you know, some of the traditional methods of going down Main Street around the middle of the ruck is what works for them. So you've seen here every time Niue looks to shift the ball wide, they've missed opportunities, but when they play through the middle, they've been able to capitalise with 2 tries.
Oh, and they're going close to the try line, and it's the player that we were just talking about, Niue Upoko. He gets the try, and everybody's excited as the fans right in front of them, braving this weather, but a great work. And as we were saying, it's the charging runs from these forwards, and we get a replay and a good look at it here, TJ.
Yeah, you see Hatutu Davis as well organising off the ball there. He knew that that was a set piece coming, but we mentioned it earlier, that's Niue's strength, so they need to go back to what works well for them and take those opportunities when they're there. Hopefully they can ride the wave for the last 13 minutes and run exactly what they've been doing, but put that whole set down to Joey Upoko. Outstanding run there to get his team the back-to-back set with that penalty, and then obviously he's too big, too strong, too powerful close to the line.
Yeah, some great work there from Joey Upoko as we wait for the conversion attempt. We saw it earlier from Reese Manu, who was able to get one from the sideline. It's on the same side of the field. The wind's very strong, blowing across the uprights. You can see the flags behind him there, and he was able to judge it beautifully earlier, but the flags are blowing in this very strong breeze coming across the field.
I'm backing him.
Me too,
I'm
especially
confident.
after his earlier
I'm
attempt.
confident.
We were saying yesterday they might live across the road, you know, he's used to these conditions. Oh, it's too much there, you can see it. There, Fano, the breeze absolutely carrying that
Commentators
ball.
curse that
It
one.
is.
Yeah. But it's definitely tough conditions out there today. The rain's slowly dying away at the moment. You don't see it there on camera, but it's off at the moment. And again, windy conditions. Nice power play here through the middle of the ruck. Hard to defend. Thought Fiji did well there getting off their line, but just lack of pressure defensively from the inside.
Yeah, oh so hard to defend. And Joey Upoko, he got close to the line and he got down low and just backed himself as we go for the kickoff from Fiji. With just under 12 minutes left to play in this second half. Niue up on the scoreboard by 6 points, 16-10 over Fiji. There's only 6 points in it. It's been a great match and a great display of skill in that flair. We've seen it from Fiji, also from Niue. As Niue look to work the ball out of their own half, and as a loose ball, yeah, loose carry, turnover of possession. It's those unforced errors that we spoke about, and you know, Fiji, they will know how important this next set will be.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of time left in the game too, 10 minutes, and that missed conversion there is going to keep Fiji in the hunt as well to bring the ball in closer. So we see the big boys on the bench taking a much-deserved rest here for Fiji. But Fiji in hot position now to try and get themselves back into this contest and level the game up.
It looks like they're about 35 metres out, Fiji, and they'll have possession of the ball. We spoke about that flare. Oh, as we see their number 6, Malachi Kama, he's been great for this Fiji side. Just getting metres for his team. And they go back to the middle. Oh, and it's only... Oh, it's a penalty. It looked like a bit of a loose carry, but the Fiji, the referee's in better position than me. In Fiji, they've earned the penalty.
Yeah, good call.
Yeah, good call
by
there.
the official. I know there was hands on the boys. Probably lost it on contact of the ground, but it does allow Fiji to be in hot position of the ball in the right end of the field.
As Fiji attack the Niue line.
Very lucky there that they got tackled.
About 5 metres out here, Fiji. Strong defence from Niue, getting off their line defensively.
Nice.
And Fiji, a great opportunity for them here. Bit bunched together. 5th and last. Oh, great hands there as we see a chip over the top. Oh, and it's unable to take it in,
offside
Niue.
too. Scored accidental there, but there's still 9 minutes. Fiji just have to be patient, try not to chase the points. Yeah, just that wind held it up, dipped late and made it awkward, but definitely hard for our outside backs today. on any kick retrievals. But they're in a great attacking position as Fiji, and this is the opportunity that they need with the attacking flair that they've got in this back line. Let's see if we can get Sloan, the number 4 for Fiji, in this attacking back line and get his hands on the ball.
Yeah, and earlier we've seen how dangerous Fiji can be on attack, especially with repeat sets. And as they elect to go down the short side. And another penalty. Again, as we hear the referee blow the whistle, just over 8 minutes left here to play. Fiji player slow to get up in Serubuke.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the penalty was for there. It could have been offside on the blind side there from the Niue defence. We see a halt in play due to an injury. But again, like I said, Fiji can't rush for points here. The back end of this game, I know they're behind by 6, but they're in the right end of the field to be extending their point scoring here. They probably just need a few more hard runs around the middle of the ruck, same sort of tact as Niue.
That's it, and we saw them have success with that earlier. So it's just going back to the basics. As you can see, the rain, it's streaming down as we see that Fiji player go to the sideline. So hopefully he's okay as Fiji get another set to attack. Niue on defense here. In Fiji, they've got their flair, but they're just doing one outs at the moment. Hitting the ball up. Coming back across the field. And another drop ball there. A lost ball from Fiji. It almost looked like he wanted to do a cutout pass there. Looked like they were just a bit unsure of what their set play was on attack.
Yeah, just the execution there. And again, I just felt like they went from one sideline to the next, and no one really punching a straight ball there, and poor execution from the Fijian attacking side on that set of 6.
Which, as we spoke about, these Fiji side, you know, they do have a background in rugby and probably in particular sevens, and that's what they are used to, going sideline to sideline, trying to find where the holes are with the defence, with the compressed defence. But you're right, probably just needing to play a bit smarter there, Fiji, and turning over possession to Niue with just under 7 minutes left here to play. Only down 6 on the scoreline. Oh, we see another error. And Fiji, they come up with it, and they look to go for a try.
Oh.
And the referees are just going to have a chat and talk about it. On first look from me, I don't think he got there, but I'd love to be proved wrong.
He's going to the spot.
He is. Oh, he's called it a try. And Fiji able to capitalise on that error from Niue. They lost possession, we see here off the back of the scrum.
Yeah, definitely not the play that you need to be doing when you're up by 6 inside your own 10. Just probably needed to take the carry there. Put a lot of pressure on his outside back. And Hennings, he's been in the spotlight with a few things. Yeah, touch and go on the call there, but at the end of the day, the 4 points are on the board. And Fiji have the kick to bring this game level with 5 minutes to go.
And this will be a tough kick from this sideline, kicking straight into the wind. We've seen it have an effect across all the games so far today.
4 minutes to go.
In their hooker, Vitakama. And you can see it there, Whānau. Not successful, just how strong this wind is and the conditions that these players are playing in. Another look at it here. A scrum to Niue as they earned the penalty, earned the ball, and a drop ball, and there's a bit of a jumble here. Then it pops out the back for Fiji, and they just go to their left edge. Josepha Hennings looking to take on the winger and being awarded a try.
Yeah, the 4 points are on the board, so it doesn't matter now. What matters is these final 5 minutes of play. And it's going to come down to moments as well. So there's going to be moments here where Fiji want to throw the ball around and chase chase the points, and if they go back to what's been working well for both sides, and that's some tough carries around the middle of the park, open up some space on the edges, and look to attack the centres. As we see a strong run here off the kickoff by the number 12. Mosi Nevisai. Good ball and all tackle. Yeah, there's the error.
Yeah, sloppy play the ball from Fiji after 2 strong hit-ups just up the middle, which is exactly how you would want to return the kickoff. But unfortunately, Rigamoto just a bit sloppy there as bodies are getting tired, and a change in possession and an unforced error. We see it starting to creep into this match with just over 4 minutes left to play.
Yeah, just a bit of education for those that are watching out there at the moment as well. That play the ball there, if he regathered it with his foot and rolled it back, it would have been play on. So the fact that he stepped over the ball constitutes the error there at the play the ball. So for those watching, just get your foot back onto the ball, roll it back, and then it's play on as per normal.
We see Niue on attack, about 40 metres out from the Fiji line, and they lead by 2 points on the scoreboard, 3.5 minutes left to play. They want to be smart here, and we've seen the success that this has had, just driving it hard up through the middle, through their props, through their forwards. Oh, great work there. Great combination of Upuko and also their captain in Hetutu Davis. See this, the rain streaming down. Left step just to come back in field from their halfback in Reese Manu, who's also been strong for this side. A bit slow to get up there.
Still plenty of time, young man. Yeah, you see that trick play again from Niue. Joey Upoko brought down there. Better inside pressure from the Fijian defence. I believe that might have been the last play there too, so probably the wrong option there for Niue. But Fiji hot on attack. This type of footy that they live for is Fiji.
Yeah, you can see them signalling out to their edge. Oh, and it's just another drop ball. 10 metres out, not what they were looking for. But you could see them signalling, we're coming out to this left edge. We're going to look to get it downfield. Unfortunately, just eyes up on that defensive line. So credit to the Niue defence. Getting up off their line, making the attacker just look up and take his eyes off the ball. A great opportunity for Niue here.
Yeah, again, big set defensively for Fiji. The game's on the line here. Let's see if they can show some energy defensively, get off, force an error, and go the length of the field. But look for, you can see there, Noah Hetutu Davis at the back of the scrum there for Niue, just telling them to settle it down. We don't need anything silly here, boys. So look for him to take a carry maybe or a tight pass. That's the play that they need. Just look for them to run the clock down if they can. Upoko in for another tough carry. That's a brave line. No, knock on.
Oh, and he's lost it right on the line. I was going to say he possibly held up, but Fiji, even great defence, forcing the error. It's only 2 points in it. I'll tell you what, if anyone can do it, go the length of the field under these conditions, it is Fiji. Only 2 points down on the scoreboard. And they won their first match yesterday. Niue, if they can hold on to this one with just over a minute to play, will win their first match. Oh, and it looks like it's time there, Whānau. Niue, they celebrate. It's their first win of the tournament so far, beating Fiji 16-14. Full time here in the championship pool of the Pasifika Youth Cup.